I guess not. I like your reaction.
Please be seated. Welcome, family and friends. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the wedding of Cole Berner and Anusha. The bride and groom would love for you to take this moment to capture a photo of them together before the ceremony begins. Anusha and Cole, please take this moment to turn and look at the faces of the friends and family who have chosen to be here today to celebrate and support you. From this point forward, we ask that you join us in being fully present for the remainder of this unplugged ceremony by putting away all phones and cameras. Thank you for sharing this moment with all of us. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate Anusha and Cole as they step into a lifelong commitment of love and partnership. To each and every person in this room, Anusha and Cole would like to thank you for being here. Your steady friendship, love, and support have helped shape them into the people they are today. Over the last few years, they have built a strong foundation of a happy life together, and now they take the next step in formally affirming their union. The bride and groom have each prepared vows that they will share with each other now.
Anusha, I can't tell you how happy I am to be standing across from you today. After already calling each other husband and wife for the past 2 months following our Indian wedding, it's a privilege to have this ceremony today and another opportunity to let you know how much I love you. Marrying you has been the easiest and best decision I've ever made. On our first date, walking around the Kelly Yards night market, I was impressed with how in control of your life you seemed and how clear you knew what mattered most to you. Yes, you were a highly accomplished medical student with fancy degrees, but you didn't brag to me about that. You mostly talked about your family, your sister, and your friends. You told me about your new apartment and how your goal was to make the bed exactly as comfortable as a hotel bed. You talked about the drama from the last season of Love Island and your recent European travels. I was struck by the joy that you move through the world with and how it manifests in your life. You take joy in celebrating both ordinary moments and important milestones. I've watched you plan a surprise weekend cabin trip for your parents' 30th anniversary and go all out planning birthday celebrations. But you also have the same amount of excitement for a random picnic at a park or a weeknight date. There are no blank spaces in your life. Whenever you have a moment of downtime, you take the opportunity to make a memory or at least spend a few minutes chatting with someone you care about. When faced with the choice between two fun options, you always say, ¿Por qué no los dos? Why not both? At the same time, we've been together since essentially the day you started medical school. I've watched you during late nights and early mornings, studying for exams and juggling responsibilities. You constantly persevere and overcome each challenge thrown your way. But never once have you ever made me feel like it wasn't a priority or that you didn't have time for me. It's this rare combination of a beautiful, kind heart and an incredibly powerful force of will that makes you such a special person. During a lot of my 20s, I've often felt anxious or restless. Am I doing the right things with my life? Am I in the right city or job? What am I missing out on? Because of you, I don't feel those fears any longer. I feel certain and content. When I think of the happiest days of my life, almost all of them have been with you, and as long as we're together, I know I'm in the right place. Throughout our marriage, I promise to always listen to your feelings, to prioritize your happiness, and to do everything in my power to support your dreams and ambitions. I'm proud of you, I admire you, and it's the honor of my lifetime to marry you.
Dear Cole, when we first met, it felt like you were a dream guy I wrote about in my middle school diary. You were smart, you loved to read, you were handsome, and you genuinely cared about other people. You listened to every single word I said, and you remembered everything about me. After almost 4 years of being together, all of those things are still true. You're still my dream guy. Before we met, I don't think I fully understood how much being with the right person can make life feel easier and lighter. Time and time again, you have shown up for me in every way possible I have ever dreamed a partner would. You have encouraged me and supported me all throughout medical school. You listened to my fears and worries, and you challenged me to think more kindly of myself and to give myself grace. You understood how important my family is to me, and you took the time to cultivate a genuine relationship with my parents and sister. You also demonstrate your love in so many small, everyday ways. You carry the grocery bags in so I don't have to lift a finger. You offer to drive for long road trips so I can be passenger princess the whole time. And you've never, ever once left the house without giving me a kiss goodbye and saying I love you. It is so special to marry someone who you admire and feel inspired by. I love how thoughtful you are. You think before you speak and you never say anything you don't mean. You have an incredible memory and you remember little details about me, my family, my friends, and you surprise them by remembering to ask about them. Because of you, I'm learning to become a more thoughtful listener and patient person. And I love to think that I've changed you too. Earlier in our relationship, I emphasized how important it was to be playful, for us to be playful and laugh about things. I said silly is a lifestyle. You have embraced the silliness wholeheartedly, and it's become one of my favorite parts of our relationship. We have so much fun together, and we are the best of friends. I have fun with you running across the streets of Paris in the rain, and I have just as much fun with you walking through the aisles of Fred Meyer's trying to pick out a snack together. Over the past year, as I've reflected on marriage, I realized that many of the qualities I believe make a strong marriage are already present in our relationship. We never hesitate to show up for one another. We respect and speak to each other with kindness, and we have
these vows be the foundation upon which you continue building this beautiful life together? Do you, Cole, take Anusha to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and hold in sickness and in health, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, to love and cherish as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And do you, Anusha, take Cole to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, to love and cherish as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Aaron, will you please present the rings? Anusha and Cole have selected rings to exchange with each other as a symbol of their everlasting love. Cole, as you place this ring on Anusha's finger, please repeat after me. Anusha, I give you this ring
Anusha, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
with the pledge to love you
with a pledge to love you
today,
today, tomorrow,
always,
always,
and forever.
and forever.
Anusha, as you place this ring on Cole's finger, please repeat after me. Cole, I give you this ring
Cole, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
with the pledge to love you
with the pledge to love you
today,
today,
tomorrow,
always,
and forever.
and forever.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Washington, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
we can have your attention to the main entrance. Put your hands together as we welcome in Mr. Cole Werner and Mrs. Anusha Cole Polly.
Yeah, I'll keep this really quick and brief. I just want to say a few quick words and thank everyone for being here. I know it's the second ceremony for a lot of you after the Indian wedding a couple months ago. And I know it's a lot of effort to come to 2 weddings. When we were planning all this out, I'm kind of an anxious person and I was like, oh my God, like, no one's going to want to come to 2 weddings. They're going to be so bored of us, but really I've been proven wrong. Like all the love and support that we've received has meant so much. And really just can't express that enough. And over the past few months, I've really gotten to know so many more of Anusha's extended community and family and friends. That's meant so much to me to be able to know you on a deeper level. You've all been so welcoming and warm to me. And so I just thank you so much for that.
We love you, Colby.
Just a few quick thank yous. Thank you to my parents, Kenny and Barry, my brother Aaron, my sister Brianna for officiating the wedding, thank you. To Anusha's family, thank you for everything you've done for us. Where's it at? Right there. You've done so much to support us in so many ways, and I'm so happy to be a part of your family now, so thank you for that. To my beautiful wife, thank you for putting in so much effort to make today possible, planning out every little detail. She has so much on her plate all the time, and somehow she still finds a way to do more, so thank you for that. To everyone that traveled here, I know how much time and effort that is. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for that. It's a lot of work. And then most importantly, the people who made the biggest sacrifice of all to be here. To all the basketball fans who are missing Game 7. I'm so sorry, I couldn't have known when we picked the date. Don, thank you. I know you want to be there watching that right now. If it's a close game, pull out your phone, let me know how it is. But yeah, for real though, hope everyone has a great time. Eat some good food, and hit the dance floor. Enjoy the company around you, and yeah, I'll pass it over to
Okay, so I want to echo everything Cole said, and thank you all so much for being here to celebrate with us tonight. Over the past few months, we've thought about each and every single one of you individually. I know how to spell your name exactly and all the last names. So. I actually want to take a moment to recognize a few people specifically. My friend Jasmine, who is over there. She also just graduated med school. She's starting residency soon. She somehow found the time to fly back and forth from Minnesota, not once, not twice, but 3 times to be here for us, which is just amazing. My friend Janelle over here, Janelle, her husband Jonathan, they hosted me in Seattle twice this past month on last minute notice during graduation season, and made just an already super emotional and hectic time just so much easier, and just, yeah, love you guys so much. And then of course all my beautiful aunties and uncles, Saripa auntie and Shiva uncle, they came all the way from Seattle. They were the very first people at the temple the night before our Indian wedding, helping us set up, and then they made me one of my favorite breakfasts the morning of the wedding without us even having to ask. We'd completely forgotten about that, so I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of thank yous. Rito auntie and Arna over there, they hosted a beautiful bridal shower at their home, incredible decorations, just fun games and so much love. Thank you. Sarita auntie over here, she hosted a beautiful healthy ceremony for me and Cole, filled with all our favorite South Indian foods. Minnie auntie and Sanjana both made all these beautiful decorations and fun games for all our wedding events. And just in general, the night before our Indian wedding, our Airbnb was completely packed with aunties, uncles, and cousins. You guys were organizing jewelry, assembling programs, putting together gift bags, just helping with all the little details. And you stepped in without us even having to ask. You just were there for us, and I just can't explain how emotional that was to see all of you there. So thank you so much. And this is not even close to an exhaustive list. We're surrounded by such genuine, thoughtful people. And we can honestly spend all night talking about how much you all mean to us. Thank you for being here. Cole's family, this game's so long, I'm sorry. Cole's family for traveling to be here and welcoming us so warmly to the family. My sister Isha for throwing me a perfect bachelorette party. My sounding board for every idea and went out of her way to plan everything for me. And then my sweet husband who has endless patience for my chaos and was the best possible teammate to help me go through these past few crazy months with. And then lastly, I want to say a few words about my parents, Sam and Padma. Many of you have interacted with them in some way, and if you have, you probably already know that they're some of the most generous and loving people you could ever meet. They're the kind of people who will drop everything to show up for someone they care about. I've seen them do this not just for me and my sister, but for Cole, our friends, and our entire extended family. They're incredibly generous, and they've taught me what it means to give freely, warmly, and without ever expecting anything in return. They've supported us in affording not just one, but 2 beautiful weddings of our dreams. And beyond that, they're just incredibly joyful, loving, funny, lighthearted people. They welcomed Cole into our family from the very beginning and have loved him like their own son. Mom and Dad, I truly could not be luckier to have you as parents. If I become even half as generous, warm, loving, and selfless as you both are, I would consider that one of my greatest accomplishments. Thank you for everything you've done for me, for Isha, and now for me and Cole together. I love you so much.
Can we just take a moment to collectively acknowledge what a beautiful ceremony and how beautiful these 2 look? Good evening, everyone. I am Aaron, for those of you who don't know me. I am Cole's older brother, and I am
Cole and I are 6 years apart, and so growing up, we didn't have a lot of places in our lives where we overlapped. We never went to school together, we didn't have the same friend group, and I felt a lot of responsibility to look out for him and to try to be a good example. But the older we got, the more common interests we shared, and our relationship and our bond evolved from siblings to a true, genuine friendship. I've always admired you, Cole. You are thoughtful and considerate, strong and tenacious, kind and gentle. I am so thankful for your presence in my life. You are an incredible person, and I could not be more proud to have you as a brother and a friend. Anusha, when you and Cole met, it was clear that you had found someone special and wonderful. You bring joy to Cole's life, and I am so happy that you are together. Whenever I'm around you, it's always clear to me how much you support and care for one another, and how much you enjoy being around each other. You love each other, but you are also best friends. What a wonderful foundation for your relationship. I'm so excited to see you continue to build a life together filled with laughter, adventure, and support for one another. One of the things that Cole told me after their last wedding ceremony was how deeply meaningful it was to be surrounded by so much family. You don't get a lot of opportunities to pause during a wedding, so I want you to just take a moment and really look around this room at all of these people who are here because they love you.
We love you.
And because you love each other, you brought all these people together. Weddings are beautiful in part because they not only join a couple, but they combine families. And I am so thankful to have also gained such incredible family members. This is a season of change in your lives, and as you embark on your next steps together, I wish you a life filled with love, happiness, and fulfillment. I'm so thankful to be a part of your newly expanded family, and I so look forward to watching you learn and grow together and to continuing to support you in whatever ways I can. I love you so much. Everyone, please raise your glasses and join me in a toast to family, to love, to happiness, and to Cole and Anusha. Cheers.
My name is Isha, and I am Anusha's sister. So I actually knew Dr. Goldpelli when she was very young. I even remember how difficult it was trying to teach you to read. And look at you now, 3 years later. I love to brag about my sister. I don't know if you know how many people know so much about you despite never having meeting you. The doctor thing is whatever. I brag about how you know the exact layout of the 3 major shopping malls in Spokane. Memorize the entire script of Shrek 1 and 2, they still add. And you somehow always know the current crumble menu. There are a few other reasons too. You've always been 5.5 years older than me, and always who I want to be in 5.5 years. You are my role model in life, and have taught me so much through just being you. You're smart yet humble, silly but considerate, and incredibly driven, but also being one of the most loving people I know. Especially in the way you care for our parents and friends, and always take the time to check on me every day. When I think about the moments of my life where I've been the happiest, they've been with you. I remember the picturesque feeling of going to Paris when it was empty. That one Black Friday as kids where the caramel sample stand in the mall was unguarded all night. Watching you at the Netflix show in my dorm together. People spend their whole lives looking for someone who understands them completely. I've been lucky enough to have that person my entire life. We don't always share the same interests and are different in a lot of ways, but somehow you're the person I most want to share these experiences with. Before you were a doctor, before Paris, and before dorm rooms and all these memories, you're my best friend. And those moments have become some of my favorite memories simply because they're with you. I feel incredibly lucky that the person I choose to have in my life is also the person I've gotten to call my sister from the very beginning. I think weddings sometimes feel like you're handing the bride away, and maybe I should tell Cole that I hope you enjoy growing old. I hope he enjoys growing old with you as much as I enjoyed and loved growing up with you. But I still have lots of plans for us, countries to visit, movies to see, mom's dentist appointment next week. And we still have lots of growing up to do together. became really clear that I needed you to like me. I think you're so cool. You make really great coffee. You both make fun of me for never wanting to end the hangout, but like, God forbid, I love hanging out with you guys. I love being your guys' unofficial third wheel. Since we first met, Cole, I've watched you blossom into the bright young 2025 Spokane Shoot Fest champion. Seriously, look it up. Anusha will tell you the exact mall and location of where his posters are hung up. Cole, you are so thoughtful, patient, smart, and hilarious. You're also one of my best friends. You've made Anusha so happy, and I could not have imagined a more kind-hearted, genuine, and supportive husband, which is another thing I love to tell people who don't know you guys about. You both work so well as a team. I see Anusha both light up and light up whenever she sees you. You both make everyone around you feel welcome, and I think that's because you bring out the very best in each other. Thank you for being a big part of my life now as well, and being such a wonderful partner to my sister. So here's to more years of hanging out. I love you both so much, and I can't wait to keep being your favorite third wheel.
Good evening, everyone. It's really wonderful to see all of you here tonight. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating with this very special day with us. As Anusha's dad, this is very emotional and happy moment for me, Padma and Isha. You know, about 30 years ago, I was standing at an airport waiting for someone very special who had just arrived on a flight carrying a 3-month-old baby. After landing, she handed me the baby and said, "Can you hold her for a minute? I need to go to the restroom." I said, "Of course." So there I was, holding this tiny little baby for the very first time. She looked at me very carefully for a few seconds, almost as if she was trying to figure out who I was. And then suddenly her face changed to something like, "Wait, where is Mom? Who is this guy? And why did she leave me with him?" And then she started crying. I tried my very best to calm her down, but by then, several people at the airport were already looking at me suspiciously. Thankfully, Mom returned just in time. And that little baby was none other than the beautiful bride here tonight, Anusha. I wanted to share another small memory about Anusha. When she was very little, probably a toddler, one day she noticed a necklace Padma was wearing and asked what it was. Padma explained that it was called a Mangal Sutra, traditional necklace tied by groom during a Hindu wedding ceremony. After listening very carefully, Anusha asked, "Will I get one when I get married?" And like a typical Indian parent, I immediately said, "Yes, but first you need to study well, do great in school, build a successful career, and only then think about marriage." At that time, I don't think she fully understood what I was saying, but somehow she ended up doing exactly that. Today, we are incredibly proud of the person she has become. Then one day during medical school, she told us about someone named Cole and said she wanted us to meet him. Honestly, this was all new for us, so we were curious, maybe a little nervous too. But when we met Cole for the first time, we immediately liked him. He was kind, respectful, well spoken, and very genuine. And the more time we spend with him, the more we understand why Anusha loved him so much. He is thoughtful, caring, and truly a wonderful person. In fact, before Cole proposed to Anusha, we were already hoping he would become our son-in-law. Cole, you are an amazing young man, and your parents deserve so much credit for raising you with such strong values and kindness. We are very happy and proud to welcome you into our family. And finally, I want to end with one small fun fact about these two. Both Anusha and Cole were born in 1997, and interestingly, both of them skipped kindergarten. Now, kindergarten is where you learn the alphabet, right? So maybe they never learned the alphabet, whole alphabet, and only remember the letters A, B, C. Because if you ask Cole what letter comes before B, he says it's easy, A for Anusha. And if you ask Anusha what letter comes B after B, she says C. C for Cole. To me, that's pure love. And if you ask me what the letter B stands for, I would say it's a big budget for the wedding. So, please join me in wishing Anusha and Cole a lifetime filled with love, happiness, laughter, friendship, good health, and beautiful memories together. To beautiful Princess Anusha and her handsome husband Cole. Cheers.
The cats more treats. Whoops, okay. Who naps on the couch more? Who is in charge of the wedding planning? Do you have any this? Alright, who's going to party the hardest on the dance floor? Dance off. That's the dance off. You're gonna have to prove that. We'll see. Who loves Taco Bell more? Okay. Who is more likely to get hangry if they haven't eaten? Who's going to complain about the heat in Phoenix more? Who called the other person on the phone for the first time? Better. Who takes the middle seat on flights? That's crazy, but also good for you. Who's more likely to eat all the cookies but leave one remaining to avoid accountability? Who says, I don't care you pick when deciding on dinner, but then rejects the first 3 suggestions? Who cares more about Rotten Tomatoes score for movies? Who usually wins at ping pong? Who uses the espresso machine more? All right, and who's ready to have a good time tonight?
Yeah!
Let's do it.